morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're receiving this transmission from. I want to bid you a fond welcome to the Unverified Nation. This is Joe Wayne, the Unverified Guy, the master of ceremonies for this information download. But first, I must warn you, your cognitive dissonance will kick in. You'll get irritated. You're going to get mad, okay? Let's be honest. You're going to get pissed off because you're going to hear stuff that you don't want to hear. So first, if you want to be here, if you want to be able to receive real truth, first you have to have eyes to see and ears to hear, meaning you have to want to see and hear the truth or the potential truth that this video encapsulates. Because if you don't want to see or hear the truth, if your cognitive dissonance has bound you up like a straitjacket, where all you want to hear or see or ingest is things that you already believe in, your confirmation bias. So go ahead and get rid of your confirmation bias associated with our dear leader, Donald John Trump. And let's do this. So, no, I did not commit clickbait whenever I titled this video. Like I said, you have to be able to see and hear that which you don't want to hear. So Donald Trump in his actions, because folks, we know past is prologue, or let's be honest, or let's cut to the chase. The ones of us who actually do have eyes to see and ears to hear and believe that past is prologue. Now, why do I say past is prologue? Past is prologue for these two reasons. Now, you can't believe Alex Jones when he tells you about Trump, and he says it all the time. He says this line that he is contorted to fit his agenda, right? He says about Trump, you'll know a man by his enemies. That's not the saying, folks. The saying, you know it and I know it, the saying is, you'll know a man by the company he keeps. That's first. Second, past is prologue. Past is prologue because the only thing that you can use to decipher or discern if anybody is telling you or potentially telling you the truth or a lie, the only thing you can do to discern that is go off past behavior, because past is prologue, or your past behaviors indicate what your future behaviors will be. It's all about patterns, and people do not change. So knowing this, that past is prologue and that people don't change, and you have to be willing to see and hear the truth before this video starts, let's go ahead again and dig into this. And I'll tell you exactly why Donald Trump just told his base, no, you were never getting a wall. It was just political rhetoric to get you on my side. It was just me repeating what you told me you wanted, and it was just me repeating it and making you believe it. Okay? So first, we're going to go to the AP. Guess what? A few days ago, boy, he was bombastic, wasn't he? And this is Donald John Trump, our dear leader, was bombastic like he always is, right? He says, I am going to shut down the government if you don't give me $5 billion or however many $billion it takes to build that wall. Well, here's a story from today from the AP. Guess what? Surprise, surprise, surprise. He is equivocating once again. The same way that he did, folks, when we thought we were going to get the wall during that last deep state omnibus bill. where he gave the military almost $1 trillion. But we didn't get our wall. He gave Chuck U. Schumer $60 billion for a tunnel, to connect the District of Criminals with the criminals in New York City, right? So they got their 60 millions for their criminal tunnel from one crime locale, from one deep state locale to another deep state locale. Okay, so they got their 60 billion. We got no wall. The military got their almost $1 trillion. We still got no wall. And now he has threatened again, just like he did. Remember, he threatened not to sign the omnibus if there wasn't funding for the wall in there? They laughed at him. As well they should, because it was a joke, folks. They knew it because they're on the inside. You and I are not, so of course we bought it hook, line, and sinker. So we got palm-fisted again by the deep state and Trump during the last omnibus, and now he's threatening to shut down the government. Oh, wait a minute. Not so much, because today he has receded that threat as he is softening his speech or his stance on the wall. President Trump, direct from the AP, President Trump appeared Tuesday to back off his demand for $5 billion to build the border wall, signaling for the first time that he might be open to a deal that would avoid a partial government shutdown. Yeah, not doing my shocked face. So at the same time, folks, that they're denying him $5 billion again to just start the wall, well, the State Department on the same day is pledging $10 billion, double the amount for our wall, to develop Central America and southern Mexico. Not the United States, but southern Mexico and Central America. I mean, excuse me, but how many billions have we given the cartels and the elite in these failed states? Hundreds of billions over the last decade. So the State Department wants to go ahead and give them another $10 billion to the elite, to the cartel members, to Soros and the UN, so they can spread the caravan money around, so that we can have nonstop 24/7, 365 days out of the year caravan marches straight to and through our country. Make no bones about it. Well, Schumer, of course, laughing his balls off, says the White House needs congressional approval to reallocate money to the wall. He says they won't get it, and he's right. Okay? If they were going to get it, well, number one, he has every right and responsibility to take whatever money he needs to secure on national security basis. He has every right and responsibility, and in fact duty, to build that wall and take it from the military out of that $1 trillion that we just gave them. But of course, yeah, they need congressional approval, because we know, folks, and that's the way that Justice Roberts got away with saying that Obamacare was constitutional. Remember? What did he do? The central question during that whole debate, because during the run-up to the debate to the Supreme Court and on Obamacare, on that decision, they argued it as a penalty until they got to the Supreme Court. Then, of course, what do? They argued it as a tax. And, of course, we know that Congress has the right and responsibility, right? They're in control of the purse. They have control of all taxes and the allocation of taxes. And, of course, Roberts did the only thing that he could do and said, yes, they are in control of the purse strings. That's in the Constitution. That's all he did, and that's the only question they asked him. So he didn't go against the Constitution. He actually supported the Constitution. Well, that big, beautiful wall, it's not even actually a wall, folks. He's been telling us about this big, beautiful wall for so long. It's not a wall. Look at it. Donald Trump's big, beautiful wall is still slats. Or another word for it is a fence. It's not a wall. It's a fence that can be sawed through, okay? That can be cut through. That can be rammed through. Not a wall. And we really want a wall, folks. We really, really, really want a wall. Even the wealthiest, of us want a wall. Majority of wealthy support hiking their taxes to stop illegal immigration. Or in other words, the majority of wealthy, citizens actually support raising their taxes to build that wall. But we're not going to get a wall. We were never going to get a wall. It was simply political rhetoric, to get votes. Like they always do. They always lie and tell us what we want to hear. And Donald Trump actually made us believe it. He's a good actor. So now he's saying it's too early to tell whether the shutdown will happen. Just yesterday or the day before, folks, he was promising, in the most vitriolic way possible, that he would shut down the government if he didn't get the $5 billion to just start the wall. Again, another lie. But as he's telling us all these lies, he's heading to Davos to join with the rest of the bloodline, okay? Because that's what it is. Every world leader, just go check my video, The Mother of the New World Order, where I have a genealogy, where I show you the genealogy chart and go through it and show you where every world leader from Julius Caesar on down, well, actually after Julius Caesar, because Julius Caesar and his sister Julia Caesarius, the Caesar and Caesarius were nothing more than titles, okay? Just like the other Roman rulers of the day, right? Caesar and Caesarius was just a ruling title. So Julius Caesar and his sister, Julia Caesarius, were the mother and the father, the incestuous mother and father of the New World Order. And every single world leader, after they started this takeover, right, of the world in 52 BC, every single solitary world leader, everyone, including Donald Trump, they're all related. And they all have one common ancestor, and that's Julia Caesarius in 52 BC. So, of course, Donald Trump, as they all told us what we wanted to hear, and he was really believable. He's a good actor. And going down through the years, we find that every single one of them, had that same hope and change mantra, right, in their campaign slogans. Because it's all about hope and fear, right? That's how they control us. They control us via our emotions. Through hope that things are going to get better, or through fear that everyone's going to take away whatever we have, right? It's hope and fear, and has always been hope and fear. So let's just go through a few of the presidential campaign slogans. So in 1900, well, let's go ahead and start in 1896. In 1896, William McKinley said patriotism, protection, and prosperity, right? Sounds a lot like Make America Great Again. In 1900, again, William McKinley going off that hope, all right? And fear, a full dinner pail. That's what William McKinley was saying in 1900. Let's see, in 1928, Herbert Hoover, a chicken in every pot and a car in every garage. More of that hope. 1956, peace and prosperity. More of that fear that you're having your peace and prosperity, or more of the hope that you're going to get peace and prosperity. Richard Nixon in 1960, for the future. Gerald Ford in 1976, he's making us proud again. Sounds a lot like making America great again, right? At 76, Carter again, a leader for a change. Again, with that hopey, changey mantra, right? That the left likes to use. And the right, they like to use the fear mantra, right? Walter Mondale in 84, America needs a change. Ronald Reagan in 1984, it's morning in America again. Sounds a lot like Make America Great Again. Bill Clinton in 1992, putting people first. 1996, building a bridge to the 21st century. That's another one of Clinton's. Al Gore in 2000, again with the prosperity and progress, our peace and prosperity, more of that hopey, changey crap, right? Again in 2000, prosperity for America's families. That's another one of Al Gore's lies. Let's see here. Going down. John Kerry in 2004, let America be America again. Sounds a lot like Make America Great Again, doesn't it? In 2008, of course, big ears Barry Obama with change we can believe in. 2008, change we need. 2008 again, hope. 2008 again, yes we can. 2012, forward. 2012 for Mitt Romney, believe in America. 2016, of course, make America great again. So there are just a few of the hopey, changey lies that we have been told throughout the years from all of the liars, every single one of the family members in the evil bloodline of Julius Caesar and his sister Julia Caesarius, the mother of the New World Order, and she started her dirty deeds in 52 BC. So with that being said, this has been another cognitive dissonance busting video, right? I hope you guys really have eyes to see and ears to hear, and just don't believe because you want to believe. Don't be Fox Mulder. I know you want to believe, but only believe that which you can believe. That based on past actions and past behaviors. That based on voting records. That based on, tangible things that they actually did or did not do. They use words as weapons, right? That's what they do. That's why they have to manipulate and change the meaning of words depending on whatever war they're in, whether it be a hot war with lead or an info war with binary bullets. Make no bones about it. Words are their weapons. Truth is their enemy. And a little aside, folks, in all of these campaign slogans that I went over with you from 1840 on through 2016, not one of them, not one single campaign slogan, not one single solitary presidential candidate ever had the words truth or honesty in their campaign slogans, right? Because that is the one thing that they don't want. Because that is the one thing that is like kryptonite to the political parasite class, folks. It's like kryptonite to the bloodline of Julius Caesar and Julia Caesarius. And why do they hate me, and why will I never be verified? Because, folks, I am truth incarnate. That's why they froze my bank accounts. That's the reason you're here. The reason you're here, folks, is because you're in the ghetto with me. The reason you found me is because you were looking for me. And with that being said, The truth does live here. Lies and distraction, political parasites, entitled elitists, mainstream media mouthpieces. They are our enemies, and they are the enemy of all humanity. Make no bones about that. So until we meet again for the next video, and the next video, and the next video, this is Joe Wayne, the Unverified Guy.